Do we know what we see? Or can we see things differently?
The sight changes. Different mediums show the sight differently. We don't know where it starts or where it ends, horizontally and vertically. The sight changes. It is not only a surface anymore, but suggests a new volume. It is not only the space, but also a new material.
How can we reread the drawing? How can a machine read the drawing?
What is a column? Wall? Stair?
Different possible spaces start to exist.
Column, wall, stair start to act differently also. Line, hatch, point, the tools start to act physically.
The spaces are not just inside or outside but both. Thresholds are not just on the ground or in the building, but on, in, above and below them. It is hard to know where we are, how to move, where it starts and where it ends. Thresholds are not just on the ground or in the building, but on, in, above and below them. It is hard to know where we are, how to move, where it starts and where it ends.
The in-between is the only part which we see. We are in between spaces which we don't know the limits, which heals and which shows, which is above and which is below.
The new program, which doesn't belong to the site, exists with the new ground. The program which we know, which has a specific site, exists with the building. The ground and building, unknown and the known programs exist differently. Simultaneously. Simultaneously. The building and the ground start to redefine the program as well as the edge of the real site. Stairs changes the way we move, they hide and show, they change the way we understand the space. Now, we can move in between the ground. We can be on the ground and in the ground at the same time. We do not know what the volumes are. We do not know what is inside. We do not know the boundaries of the ground and the building. The spaces in between make us move in between the ground and the building. The wall, column and stair make us move in between. Drawing starts to shows how we move.
The new site does not belong to the real site anymore. It becomes a new site which we do not know yet. The ground is not in between the building and the site. The building starts to act in between the new ground and the real ground. The ground acts differently. The building acts differently. The space between them shapes how we move in between them. Now we have a space which is not known, which we don't know the limits, which hides and which shows, which is above and below. So, the way we see changes what we see. The tools tell different stories within the same story. The real ground, the new ground and the building, they act differently simultaneously. Mediums change the surface, the ground and the building. Space which we do not know, the ground which we do not know yet. The ground does not belong to the site. The new ground is above and under the old ground. Do we know what we see? Or can we see things differently?